One thing that you don't want to do is you do not want to get into the Chick-fil-A drive-through line without your wallet.
There's no going forward. There's no going backwards.
People will not back up. All right. Are you ready? We're rolling regardless. Is it regardless or irregardless? I never can remember.
It is regardless.
Regardless. Here we go. Regardless of anything else. Hey, welcome back to the podcast, everybody. On today's episode, we're just going to tell you what you need to hear. You might not want to hear it, but we're going to tell you what you need to hear.
You may not even know you needed to hear it.
And because you might not want it, we're going to let Doc say it. Let's take it better from you.
We don't even know what it is yet.
Yes, indeed. We got Dr. Parker in the house.
And we got Pastor Mike.
And this is some advice, a little bit of a follow-up from last week, but it's definitely something that you take this to heart and you'll win the day. I believe with my whole heart that if you take this to heart, anybody, you'll win the day.
And if you're watching the video right now, I apologize for the big blurry object in the lens.
There?
Yeah, I wasn't even noticing it. And that's how close attention I pay to things.
What was the blurry object?
Well, I filmed the intro with the video camera on the iPhone.
Right.
And my credit card was sticking out in the lens.
And you're going to use it?
Yeah, well, I have a lot of choice.
Yeah. Oh, we can always reshoot the intro.
Oh, yeah. We
don't do that.
We don't do that.
We're one take, just these guys.
It may not be a good one take, but we're one take.
Exactly. All right. So this has, we have come to the final weigh-in as far as the initial goal is concerned.
Right.
The initial goal. There should always be additional goals. But at the time, the goal that I had set was by July 4th, which we're not there yet, but by July 4th, I was going to try to get to 200. And I should have stuck with my original thought, which was 210.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I would have just been right on the money. But I weighed in today at 210.2.
Yes.
So I am a few ounces down.
You're half a pound down. Last week you were 210.6. If I don't have my reading glasses. 210. Okay.
Yes.
You remember. Acting like you don't remember. You do remember if I get it wrong. 210.8 last week, down to 210.2. You lost.
Hey.
2 quarter pounders.
We're heading in the right direction.
Well, and that's, the number is not even important. Because what's impressed me is over these last 3 to 4 months, consistently every week, you're working out, you're walking, you're monitoring what you eat. And in other areas, you've made comments about feeling healthier, feeling more energetic. I see the energy throughout the week. Your eyes are brighter, sharper, you're funnier. You're feeling better, you're looking better. I asked you about wearing a girdle, and
I went and got a few.
You lost a lot around the waist. So
sure.
All of that is success. That particular number is kind of irrelevant.
Right. Yeah. Well, I appreciate that.
So now I say all of that because my number is not good.
Well.
Yeah, I was at 190.6 last week. I'm at 190.4.
Well, see, but you're headed in the right direction.
I'm heading in the right direction.
And again, it's just a number.
And again, I can start working out again.
So there was a gentleman at our men's group last evening who said, "Hey, I'm kind of joining you guys on this whole weight loss journey."
Oh, great.
He says, I'm back. I've gotten back on track and I've lost a few more pounds. He had already lost 62 pounds.
Wow.
It had been a few years.
Yeah.
And 62 pounds.
Yeah.
I was talking with one of my cousins at a family reunion here last weekend. And her husband has lost 176 pounds.
Wow, that's great.
He weighs 8 pounds now.
Wrong button. There we go.
Hey.
Congratulations, cousin.
Yeah. He started out at 184 and he's lost 176 pounds. He's a little guy.
She carries him in his pocket, in her
Yeah.
pocket.
He's having knee surgery and then knee replacement.
Oh.
And then another knee replacement. But anyway, that's the whole weight loss journey. I'm looking forward to getting to the 4th. We'll be out in Colorado and enjoying some time out there in the mountains and then coming back and getting right back on it and then continuing down.
Now, what everybody needs to hear.
Literally everybody.
Well, and actually, the reason I threw out the name of the show is because of what we were talking about before the show, with how randomly people will walk up to us or text us that they listened to the show and it really helped with where they were at with what they were going through.
Yep.
And obviously, that was never our intention.
Sure.
So, the question had come up, in my mind at least, over the last month, was how long do we keep doing this?
Mm-hmm.
And since I asked that question, getting feedback from people that the show is very helpful. This particular episode was very helpful. Last night at the Forge men's group, men just randomly walking up to you, thanking you for the show.
Mm-hmm.
So we will keep doing it. But the idea that we don't know what we're saying, what we're doing, how it might actually help somebody else. So whatever we're about to say, you need to hear this.
Okay, now I get it. Now I understand the title.
Yeah, there will be somebody sitting there in their car driving, from one town to the other, thinking about this problem, and the show will go, and they'll go, "Oh my God, I needed to hear that."
There you go. Yeah, that's good. It's a privilege, really, to know that you may have been able to just help somebody, even in a very small way. And so, I know for both of us, that's the motivation behind this.
Sure.
We don't get up at 5:30 and get ready and come in here early for our own benefit.
5:30.
Even though I do enjoy. I won this day. Let me tell you that much right now. I was at the Y at 4:30 a.m.
I was going to say, it was this 5:30 thing.
Yeah.
4:30. Yeah.
Yeah. When they open up, I've learned don't go that early because everybody's standing there waiting to get in. Got to get on a machine.
There's a wrestling match to get.
Yeah. But anyway, this one thing, if you will, again, because we harpen back to this, what Paul tells us about taking captive every thought.
Mm-hmm.
And I have even attempted at a greater level to not let negative thoughts enter my mind. That's really hard to do all day long. Like to try to stick to, say, 10 or fewer. It is really, really hard. But even the attempt is helpful. Just being aware.
That's half the battle.
Yeah. Just thinking about what you're thinking about.
Boom.
That's self-awareness. And I think it has such a huge part of the whole fruit of the spirit of self-control. Because it starts there.
Self-control, control what you're thinking, because your thinking leads to your feeling, your thinking and your feelings then lead to your behavior.
Yeah, yeah. So the one thing that we had talked about a little bit last week, and we both were absolutely in agreement on, is that we are both bothered by people who are just persistent complainers. And what's the psychology behind just the whole idea of allowing yourself to complain?
You're a loser.
To go there.
You're a loser. You're a whiner. If this wasn't...
This is how much it bothers you?
Well, yes. It's a pet peeve.
I hear you.
And I read, I can't find it on my phone right now, but I read a news article this morning about a news article about a post
Yeah.
that a Japanese guy put on X, and it was eloquently written, and it was a little bit humorous, but what he was talking about was total perspective, and with the World Cup being in the country this year, and so all of these people from foreign countries are coming in, and they're not just going to Disneyland and going home, but they're actually beginning to get into Middle America and go out and meet people away from the big cities, and they're eating restaurants, and well, this man from Japan wrote about going to a Tex-Mex restaurant and sitting down, and he said, the food came and I had not ordered anything. The food began to arrive before I ordered.
Yeah.
And he was blown away.
Red?
And he told the guy, he's like, no, I have not earned this.
Oh.
I have not earned this. Now, at first I thought that was a typo. No, I have not earned this. And the guy said, it's free. Comes with the table. And he was blown away. And he said, his friend, American friend, said, yeah, I mean, it's just free chips and salsa.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, no, I must earn. Any gift must be earned and then reciprocated with thoughtful reflection. And this is the Japanese culture.
Mm.
And so for him to receive a free basket of chips was humbling to the man. And he was so honored by them giving him a free basket of chips. He was obligated to eat the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
And then was shocked when a second bowl arrived. And he goes, what is this? And the guy goes, they're bottomless. And so he endeavored to honor the second gift and the third gift and the fourth gift. And his friend is like, dude, sick. Slow down.
Yeah.
You're not going to want to eat your meal. And I lost the battle because he had like 7 baskets of chips out of honor. It would be an insult to not eat the chips that were a free gift from somebody. And how many times you go into a restaurant and they give you the free chips and you complain because they're stale, or you complain because they're corn and not flour or whatever?
Yeah.
The salsa is
not salty enough.
Your perspective is your power. And when people are complaining, that tells me their perspective is negatively set, and they're looking around for things that are wrong, and thus what they see is then what they experience. And so I'm thinking about what's wrong. I'm experiencing what is wrong, feeling And so negative words come out of my mouth, and that has a ripple effect. Now we start bringing the whole table down. So, well, you can't complain about the chips without me topping that complaint.
Yeah.
So once you start complaining, then everybody at the table starts complaining, and everybody starts to have a miserable time. So yes, complaining is a huge pet peeve of mine. When, especially as we're beginning to see our country again for the first time, there is so much wonderfulness around us.
Absolutely. That's one of the things that I've enjoyed hearing and reading about, is that perspective that people from these foreign other countries that have come here for the World Cup, they're blown away because it's nothing like their media has told them.
Oh, yeah.
It's nothing like they have read about. The people are nice. Our food is off the charts.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
They're smuggling ranch home.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going, ranch, exactly. They're shipping boxes by the tons.
I had some friends go to Australia about 10 years ago, and they picked watermelons and did things and kind of traveled the country seeing the sights. But they were poor, living in hostels. And one of their big complaints, one of their challenges was that they go to McDonald's and order, a Big Mac and a soda. Well, they charged for the ketchup packet.
Oh.
Like 50 cents or something for a ketchup pack. Here, there's like buckets of ketchup packets just sitting out for you to grab. And if you make the mistake of asking for ketchup at the window, this big hand comes out and 400 ketchup packets go throughout your car.
It's like Taco Bell with their sauces.
Yeah.
Could I get a couple of fire sauces? They hand you a bag of them.
Can I have 2 and 200 come out the window?
Yeah, it's crazy.
We don't appreciate the wealth that we have, the abundance that we have that is all around us all the time. In any given situation, you can look for what's wrong or you can look for what's right.
Yep. And again, we've talked about that. Whatever it is that you decide that you're going to focus on, you're going to find.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're looking for.
When I was taking trigonometry, the professor drew a chalk line. He took a ruler and drew a chalk line across the board and said, "Does that look straight to you?" And everybody's like, yeah. And he goes, "It's curved." I'm like, "What?" And he says, "If you ran this line out 22 miles, you would then detect the curve, and there's 0 straight lines. Every line has a curve to it. There's no such thing as a perfectly straight line. And before you bring up light and you shoot a light across the galaxy, it's going to curve because of gravity." And we're like, blue, straight line's curved. Whoa. But that illustrated the point to me that what you're looking for, you will find. There is no such thing as perfection. So if you're going to look for something wrong, you will find what's wrong, and then you will fill your mind with what's wrong, and then you will feel what's wrong, and then you will be acting on what is wrong with the situation than rather what is right with the situation.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that is a real sign of mental maturity. When you can watch 2 people go through the exact same situation, and one of them is complaining their head off, and the other one is just as calm as can be, just kind of taking it all in and basically responding accordingly.
When I first joined the Navy and went through boot camp, and we were in our first school, and there came a point where we could wear our civilian clothes, and so we were out walking around with our civilian clothes on because we were stupid. But walked by the Baskin and Robbins, and Lopez walked out, and he had on his uniform still. Yeah, ice cream cone and a uniform. And said, "Hey, Lopez, you can wear your civilian clothes now. It's been the 90 days or whatever." And he said, "Well, I don't have any." So you don't have any civilian clothes? He said, "No." "Why not?" Like stupid kids, instead of walking off at that point, start digging into his personal life. "Why don't you have any civilian clothes?" He goes, "Well, I get my paycheck and I send it all back to my family in Mexico. I keep $10 so that I can have an ice cream cone once in a while." Like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And he smiled and goes, "No, this is great."
Yeah.
And it's totally perspective. I'm looking at what's wrong.
Right.
He can't wear civilian clothes. He's looking at what's right. He's supporting his family, his little brother and little sister.
Yep.
Giving them a good life back in Mexico. Well, he has clothing, he has a bed, he has, ice cream, he has 3 meals a day, he has, a job. He's looking at everything that's right with the world when I was looking at what was wrong.
Yeah. So I was telling you a little earlier about going to Chick-fil-A, and I mentioned the one thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to go to Chick-fil-A and get in the Chick-fil-A line, because there's always a line. It always moves fast, which is amazing. They do such an incredible job. But you don't want to get in line and order your food and then realize you don't have your wallet. So that's what I did last night. But here's what I have learned to do, and this is exactly what has helped me, I think, the most, is in a moment like that, instead of getting completely frustrated, I just think to myself, I wonder what God just kept me from having to experience. What was I just protected from? In the absence of my mind, what was I just? So I just try to think positively about it. And I got to go through the line. I got to compliment the workers, and I got to say, "I'll be right back," and then go home, get my wallet, and
that's the antidote. Is everybody's thinking, we're talking about don't complain. We're not talking about don't complain. That's not the point.
Right.
Do appreciate.
Yeah.
Do look for opportunities. Do look for something good in the situation or in the future, but what is going right, what is going well, as opposed to what is going wrong. Don't want, do want.
There you go.
Can't, can.
Yep.
Shouldn't, should. That's another. But instead of complaining about what you don't have, appreciate what you do have. Oh, crap. Left my wallet. This is going to be really embarrassing when I get to the window, but hey, here's a chance to make their day. Turn this into a fun experiment.
It was still excellent food by the time I was able to get it home. Get it to Coco.
Okay.
Yeah, good stuff.
Somebody needed to hear that.
Somebody did.
Now, before we wrap up, I got a gift for you.
Excellent.
And
I love gifts.
For those of you on the podcast, this is a challenge coin. And on one side, it says, God Bless America, has the American flag, the eagle, shield, the cross, 1776, 2026. And on the other side, 250 years of America, big 250, with the flag and the cross in there.
Wow.
Now, in the military, these serve two functions. A lot of times we will give a challenge coin to somebody. And now, as we're going about our week, our day, if I run into you and I pull out my challenge coin and put it on the table and you don't have yours, you have to buy the beer. But if I put my challenge coin out there and you whip yours out,
you buy.
I got to buy the beer.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
The heathens in us, that's how we handle the challenge coin thing. Others just collect them.
Yeah.
And so if you ever watch a show with somebody who was former military or in the military, one of the ways they'll set the atmosphere to show you that this is a veteran is somewhere on their desk or on a shelf. In the background, you'll see a series of challenge coins lined up because they've just simply collected them.
Gotcha.
So
that's really cool. Thank you,
Doc.
Doc.
A way to commemorate this year and 40 years from now, when you're going through your shoebox under your bed, you'll find that and you'll remember.
I'll remember. It was presented and gifted to me right before the 4th of July.
2026.
2026. Big year.
250th
awesome.
Anniversary.
Well, thank you, Doc, very much.
Thank you, Pastor Mike.
Somebody, I'm telling you, needed to hear that.
Oh.
That's good. Well, I hope everybody has a great 4th of July. Be careful with all those fireworks. Don't light them and throw them. Light them and run.
And there's some advice for you.
That's advice to live by.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. And we'll catch you next week.
Have an awesome week.